Hi everyone, another report back on my progress on my Tiki 38. Last time I touched base, I was working on the drogue attachment points. I'll show you where I was up with that. I've faired all that. I'll give you a quick scan over that. So that's all faired in. Come up top here. And that's all faired in. I'll try and give a bit of view there. Okay. So that's all done. And then we come down, all down here. It's all been faired in. Okay. Right. Now, like I was saying, I was planning on priming up the top half of the boat, but what I've realised is I want to prime it all in one hit. So I decided that the chine area down through here, when I redo that, I want another layer, a couple of layers of glass over it, probably some Dynel or something. The reason is it's the area that gets chipped and dinged at that waterline level over the years. So this is what it looks like on the exterior of the hull on a exposed side. So the internals aren't as bad because they're protected by the other hull. So I want to get another layer of glass all the way through here. So rather than priming up twice, I'll prep all this before I go through and paint. So in order to do that as well, I decided that I would also, that all marries in with this rear hinge attachment. So I drilled all these holes out again, oversized, refilled them with high density filler, filled them back up. This area of the build, I've explained before, the original build, they'd left it quite a bit narrower. It's just the way the hull was constructed. I went through and built this back out with high density filler. Put some formers on there and formed it all up. And then I've re-glassed over it all. So I didn't actually chew back the original glass. I left that there, but I did hand sand that back so that I could then glass over it. Just extra protection, I suppose. But I've got a double bias running down here all the way through. And then another layer of cloth going over the top. You can just see where it ends here. Okay, so that's wrapped around. I also added in, there's another extra double bias underneath, so it ends up with double bias there, a strip all the way down, and then the cloth over the top. So a lot of extra reinforcing around the lashing points, so there will never be any water ingress in there. At the same time, I've come back down to this keel point, stub keel at the back, and what I've done was I sanded all this back through here back to timber. So I did take the glass off carefully. You can see down through here, that is a piece of G10 that's in here. It's all been moulded back in. So that's a reinforcement point. If we hit anything at that point, obviously up here is all fine. There was a little repair in here. Wasn't major, but while I was at it, might as well do that. And then for the keel protection, what I'll be doing on what I've done here, so this is 3 layers of double bias running under and back up the other side, and then a layer of cloth over the top of the whole lot. So that makes 4 layers on here. There's, like I said, 3 layers of double bias, so that makes it bloody very wear resistant, and then another layer of cloth. So I can feel it, even though I staggered the cloths as I went through, you can still feel quite a build up, because it's about 240 gram double bias, so it's got quite a bit of wear potential in here now. And then of course I'm going to copper coat it back afterwards. Right down the bottom here, I've filled up underneath with 6mm of high density filler, West's high density. The edges appear to be a lot more, because obviously this is rounded off for the cloth to go over, and now it's a sharp edge. What I intend to do here now is about a 20mm layer of Jarrah, which will get epoxied on, and I'll encapsulate that in high density filler as well, and then a plate of 1/8 copper, which will be bonded underneath as well. So I'll end up with copper, a layer of Jarrah, that's encapsulated in high density filler, and then the whole lot gets copper coated at the end. So it'll end up all being copper. It's still sacrificial at the bottom if it needs to break through that Jarrah line that's going to be in here, or hardwood, and that'll be the end of all that. I've filled all the ends in, so that's all solid high density filler. What else we got? Oh, when this was originally built, the ends of the stem here weren't cut in like this. They were full width. So I've reduced all them back in so that the hinging points are all the same all the way through. It's all solid glass, high density filler. So that's all been tied back in. Once again, there's about 4 layers of double bias in there, and it's all fed back in. Right there. Okay, so I'm going to do some fairing on this today. I'll just walk you over to the other hole. Same thing. Same. So same again. And that's all going to get faired up. Bit of fairing on there today. Okay. So that's my little update, and I'll give you another one later on. Catch us.